Bonjour tout le monde, je m'appelle Angel Tony Asa, Prince of the Sun. My name is Angel Tony Asa, Prince of the Sun, and tonight this energy is so much because I'm telling you there's someone hot in the building.
Tell us.
There's a legend in the building. If we're talking of stand-up comedy, among females, there is no female stand-up comedian that will be mentioned other than one person, ladies and gentlemen, Cotilda!
Yeah.
Drum rolls.
Now there we can start.
What's up?
Not much, Tony.
Cotilda,
Why were you scaring us here?
How?
I even thought you were going to speak French the whole...
Je suis ici avec Cotilda, le comédien. Speak it
And it has ended. Je m'appelle Cotilda.
Cotilda, how are you?
I'm good.
It's nice to meet you here, finally. The audience, the fans were saying, please, if you can bring for us one person called Cotilda, we shall not ask for anything else.
Those fans of yours, they are thugs. If you can bring one, then you bring one. They're like, now if you can bring.
If you can bring the other.
Then, but if only.
But Cotilda, do you one time sit down and imagine that you are actually among the first female stand-up, Ugandan English-speaking stand-up comedians who revolutionized the comedy industry?
Okay, you swallow your tongue. Those big words you're using. Revolutionized.
Because honestly, it is hard to, if we talk of stand-up comedians, there are very few names that will be mentioned. Yeah, how does it feel?
I don't give myself that. You know, the danger is you have to receive the compliments, appreciate, move on. Otherwise, if you bask in it, you might stand
there. Get disappointed.
The same guys who were praising you, they are the fastest ones to say, hey, no, there's Tony.
They ran away to that one.
So you must always acknowledge, yeah, we put in the work.
Yeah.
The one thing that it helps is the fact that we started out when there was no formula, really.
Yeah.
I always tell people, one of the reasons I'm so passionate about comedy is the fact that when I came in, I was also, man, the way nowadays kids be like, TikTok, what? It was that thing of, I went to attend a comedy show, and then, you know, they were like, can you make people laugh? I jumped on, I made people laugh. But I was like a second-year student.
Hey.
Yes, I was a second-year student at campus.
This was 1990 what?
You guy, you have been hired. I think there's this coffee. This coffee has too much. Actually,
I mean, wait.
Onwards, you are banned from coffee. Your energy has already
I'm sorry, please give me back my coffee. Okay, I'm sorry, Miss Cotilda.
But you do realize in 1990, whatever you're talking about, even me, I was a toddler. So what are you saying?
Okay, because you mentioned Zidiant. Okay, go ahead. Let's go.
Yeah, so that's the beauty. The thing is, there are many things that I know that can't be taught now by just being told. You know, learning from experience is brilliant. You step on, you bomb properly. You curse yourself the whole week. You wish you didn't have relatives. You wish you didn't invite your friends for the show. You wish you didn't abandon and decide to join comedy. And then the next week, your face is still on the lineup. And you say, my ancestors are pursuing me.
Why would you get tired?
No, because of the fact that, you know, when you step on and you bomb, the only way to unbomb is to step back on.
And rebomb.
And either rebomb or redeem yourself. You're only as good as your last show, which brings us back to the same thing you asked. Do I ever think about being one of the legends or one of the people who started this? I don't allow myself. I know it. I acknowledge it. I know that there are things that definitely, when I sit among other people to speak, it is obvious that my level of knowledge is deep. But I don't let it get to my head because in comedy, we don't have upcoming jokes.
Really?
So we don't have Have you ever seen a joke waiting to be funny? There
are some jokes where people say, there's this joke, you talk about it.
But it's not an upcoming joke. No. As in, either it's funny or it's not. So there's no upcoming.
It's life or death.
Yeah, it's like that. So you have to always remember that you're only as good as your last show. So you have to keep challenging yourself. But it's fun. Yeah.
So what motivates you to, where do you get jokes from even? Do you just, they just come into your head, or are there situations? How do you get jokes?
Both. They are it's two things. Anyway, actually all creatives I think can relate to this.
Okay.
You know, there are some things that come to you in the spark of the moment.
Yes.
Yes. And you're like, this
Let
one.
me take it.
This one. Even you can say, if only the show was tonight.
Why?
Because the thing is that
can it disappear next time?
No, it doesn't disappear. It's just
but
like the vibe. It hits you hard. You're like, this is it. Yeah. And then there are those times when you're having like a bit of a creative block and you have pieces of ideas. Like, you know, for example, you know what's happening in the country. And you're like,
which
now
one?
this
there are
would
many
be
things.
Excuse
Bebe
me.
Cool was slapped. So is that
actually,
a joke?
Bebe Cool, this guy is the one who decided to bring up this. You see, you will not put me in the hot seat. I have survived this hot seat for many years. Have you ever had Cotilda was slapped?
I've never had Cotilda anywhere in a saga.
Exactly. That by not talking about
Okay. Make him quiet.
wisdom.
Okay,
If I'm on the stage, I am safe. Here.
Because you'll go out.
No, but then, like I've told you, so there is that spark of the moment, it hits you, and then there is, you have a bit of a creative block, and then you're like, this would be nice to talk about, but you have to work at it, go back and forth with it. But then most of the things that inspire or that motivate are normal life situations.
Yeah.
And of course for me, normal life situations and some good music. Sometimes I have a song that just has to play in my head for a season. So I'm that person. If we are on a road trip, don't tell me to connect Bluetooth. We are going to play one song
And you'll...
for 8 hours until we reach. Because for me, it's still vibing. You guys will be like, don't you have any other song? We are still there like, you know. You know? I'm that person.
So Cotilda, before you make a joke, are you the first person to laugh at it?
You
or
have
you
to
can go and you think people will laugh when for you not laugh?
You have to be. Actually, if you can't laugh at it, like if it, my friend, you are in trouble. Because let me tell you what happens. You see, there is a way we call it, that moment before you step on stage. In fact, if you go backstage and you ask a comedian for like their most valuable item, there's a high chance you might get it from them just before they step on stage because they are not present. It's like life and death in that moment. You're like, but why didn't I choose an easier career?
But stand-up comedy is really tough. That's the
Once
truth, right?
you get on, it is. It is. Because I've seen a lot of people who have done social media videos that are awesome. And then people are like, man, you're funny.
You're funny. Go there. Even me at home, people say I'm funny. I crack jokes and they laugh.
I have experience to tell you myself. I tested it.
Tell us.
Because stand-up comedy, yes, you can be funny, but it is a craft. It is an art form. The same way you can say, you know enough people who have beautiful voices, but they are not the topping chart musicians. It takes, like, the craft has to be honed, your art has to be, you know, you have packaged.
To spice it up.
Exactly. That's the same thing with stand-up. There's delivery. There is writing. There's everything. It's like everything. Act out. Everything comes together to give you the perfect set. Which stand-up comedian do you like or that you've watched? You don't have to like, but you've watched on the international scene and remember.
Dave Chappelle.
Exactly. Have you seen his delivery?
Yes,
like he tells a story and you're captivated. Like Dave will be talking about something and you're expectant already because of the way he narrates it. That's delivery.
Kevin
that is
Hart.
something. Oh, look at Kevin Hart. He's like act out itself. Like Kevin Hart, when he's acting out, you're in the story with him. You don't know the guy he's talking about, but you can picture him. That is the craft, which you can't do when you're just funny.
Of course.
When you're just funny, you will come and narrate your story and people will be like...
By the way, speaking about that, is there a spice? Can the same joke be funny for one person and not be funny for another person?
Perfectly.
Sure.
Perfectly.
You can come and speak the same joke and people laugh, and another person says the same joke and people don't laugh?
Very possible.
What's the difference there?
Very possible.
Is it the energy? Do people say act
Even
up?
the persona. Even the persona. Like, there are certain things that there are some people like Cat Williams. I don't know if you've heard of Cat
Yes,
Williams.
I have.
Cat Williams is known to be the king of underground comedy. Do you know underground comedy?
What is underground?
Underground comedy is that stuff below the belt. Anything that concerns things below the belt, he can joke about it perfectly. Like he will talk about who was in his bed last night, and the way he brings it out. Even the church person is like,
They cover them out.
you know, but they are laughing because that's him. Now, if you put the same content in the mouth of someone like Trevor Noah, the audience will be like,
What is that? What are they saying? And all that. That's
who
so
did
harsh.
this to Trevor? You get?
Yeah, I get
so
it.
that's it.
Okay.
There is persona. There is people know you, by the way. It's like you, Tony. The guys know you. You think they don't know you, but they know you. You just show up tomorrow here and you are behaving as if.
As if. Somehow.
People will be like,
What's
this
going
a
on?
guy.
So, okay, now, Cotilda.
Yeah.
I've watched your comedy for quite a while. Compared to other comedians, there are those who are really obscene, but I've seen your comedy, you don't normally go so. That vulgar kind of. Why? Is it the trend of comedy? Because there are people who enjoy that and say, people, audience likes this, but you have seen you don't normally go that deep. Why is that?
There are many.
You don't find it funny?
Sure. When I'm chilling with my friends, we can joke about everything. And anything. But also, like I've told you, it's the same thing. I don't know what Trevor does in his private time, but what he brings to the stage is there's a brand that you already know. Same thing with Steve Harvey.
Yes.
Steve Harvey is known for, he's originally a stand-up comedian, but he's known, he has to be family.
Yeah, family,
Contracts worth billions might die because of
just one statement.
One statement, and you've seen it on the international scene.
Yeah.
So it's just how do you choose to package yourself? What are you targeting? Yeah.
Okay.
So I always tell people that I love Uganda. Oh, I love Uganda. Like, even if I get out of the country and the plane is landing at Entebbe, I feel like telling guys, but do you know we are in Entebbe?
Okay.
Home sweet home.
Yeah.
But I also do know that, man, who's going to conquer the world if not me? I have the whole world to conquer. And if I'm to conquer the whole world, I can't be limiting my content to just, I made the guys laughing. Why say? I made the guys laughing. So that's one of the factors. The other is also that being female, I still face it, and I even faced it when I came in. The audience is a little more judgmental here. It's not the case everywhere. Like in South Africa, man, the women there can throw anything on the stage. Yeah, but here we still have a bit of
You're a bit conservative
Gondi,
here.
you did that? Do you have to as if they weren't doing it also, but because you said it, they're like, no.
How can you do that?
Fire!
Fire on fire! How can you say
you
that?
You have to think of, one, you have to think of also the audience you're presenting to, and also what are you targeting in the long run, how are you packaging yourself as a brand. A bunch of factors come into play. So, we get on the road, we are jazzing our KB off record, everything.
No one is recording.
Anything goes.
Why did you choose English as your main language?
But have you heard my English?
I've had it.
Is it a joke?
It's not a joke.
Exactly.
It's creme de la creme. You don't do any northern or Luganda jokes or whatever.
I do Luganda jokes. I really do. Actually, even I speak very fluent. I can even read Luganda. But I just interject with Luganda just to make the audience a bit, more relatable. But English, I think, comes to me so easily.
Okay.
Yeah. So
you find it more comfortable, right?
Stay in your comfort zone. Otherwise,
you go and speak a language and you are like,
By the way, it once happened to me.
Hey, tell us. You went and spoke
at the
Lugisu
theater.
One night.
Which Lugisu? Look at him. About to reveal his ancestry. So you've been pretending to be where you are from.
You go and
Your secrets are coming out. No, it once happened to me. I cracked this joke, actually. And the punchline was a Luganda word. but I use the version of the word which is rather heavy. So the
you can
audience,
sip on Coffee City tea and tell us
I
that
see,
every
I
word.
see. But I'm worried. You know, this tea is a trap. There is that kahol they put which it has even poured. You guy, I'm going to burn myself here. And the audience is seeing there's a compare you a villager every day. So just know this tea is for Coffee City, but me and this tea we shall talk afterwards.
Okay.
So I released the punchline. Some people laughed.
It was in Luganda, maybe.
Yes, in Luganda. People laughed, but some guys in the audience were like, I was like,
did you just say that?
After that, in the parking, this fairly fatherly man, he comes to me and says, Muwala. Literally meaning young lady. Next time, if you want to say such words, you dress them.
Some people laughed and you didn't really know that you had undressed
And the
one.
only thing that saved me was the fact that I was genuinely like bleak.
Like you didn't know what you were saying.
Yes, like no,
You
I
didn't know
said
the
it.
other part.
I didn't know the weight of it. And then so
Okay, so that's why you need to be in your comfort zone.
You need to be in your comfort zone. So if I had one musician say when she decided to sing Luganda music, she had to go to a Muganda artist to teach her.
To teach her Luganda.
Proper Luganda.
She knew
even
Luganda for
articulation, even writing it. So respect. And you know, people can be passionate about their, you will say a word here, Tony, they will shut you down.
They'll say, man, that's not how we say it. Okay.
Die, yeah.
So, Cotilda, you've been in the industry for a while, yeah? There's a time people were saying, we're not seeing Cotilda, what's happening? What's happening? Cotilda, we're seeing comedians, we're seeing comedy running out, we're seeing Mohanji's show here, we're seeing who, we're seeing this. There's a time where Cotilda was not seen for a while.
It has cooled.
Now
and I've taken the tea because you are now asking for tea. You're starting now digging for tea.
Want to dig down. People say, where has Cotilda been?
Yeah. I took a break because, one, my mental health needed it. I went through a phase where I got married, by the way, just so you know. Did you know?
Kongs.
No, it ended.
We didn't know.
Exactly, it ended.
Okay.
So I got married some time back.
Yeah.
And then everything.
It poured down.
Yeah, I talk about it on my YouTube actually.
Oh.
Like,
we shall drop the link in this show.
Past. Everything now is past.
Okay.
So that cafe is, but you know these things, we be here on stage acting hard. But these love things, you guys. Cupid shoots, then it goes to the head.
That one can shoot, my friend.
Yeah, you guys.
It's an invisible bullet.
It can give you.
Burn.
It can give you. Have you seen how people have been sharing Michael B. Jordan's courtside video? His courtside video, guy, he's trying to. I'm okay.
When things get tough.
Only
the tough get going.
I don't do those tough things. Me, I lock myself in my house. No, but you know this crying of.
No. Not this cute one. I'm getting. Oh my God.
No. Me, I'm a firm believer in do your things in silence. Heal properly. Otherwise, you can become. And me, honestly, I hate negative energy. So even me, I unfollow those guys on social media who be every time
asking
living my best life. No, those people are trying to prove they are okay. People can tell you are not okay. They are saying all men are dogs.
Cotilda is happy with 100 more. Living my best life.
Happy. We all know you are trying. So for me, I took a break. Genuinely, what happened? I got married. It didn't work out. It hit me hard. And I didn't want to mix up my personal life with everything that was going on. So I took a break. And I healed. I allowed myself to cry properly. And write again. And so get my head in order, basically, which I think everybody needs. People don't talk about it often. Everybody needs it. So yeah, that's exactly what I did. That's what the break was about.
So are we starting to see Cotilda coming back? Are we going to see more of Cotilda now? What plans?
In fact, as we speak. You said you're dropping the link.
We are going to put the link in this show as well.
Then there's nothing else I need to explain. Basically, I started actively doing, first because a lot of people were asking me that question. At some point, even there was a hashtag, bring Cotilda back. I say, hey, you guys. And I kept turning down. I kept turning down a lot of people's shows. I was ready to return, but I was kind of taking my time. I was like, I'll return. I'll return. Because the thing is, passion. I always tell people destiny chose you because I really couldn't sit out the comedy. I'm a computer science graduate, by the way, just so you know.
That was in 1990.
This joke, it keeps working. This joke, so that's your one joke. So
it's my punchline. You know those punchlines.
You hold it dear.
You keep
you
taking
hold
me
it
down
dear to your heart.
So I have to keep guessing
man, I did
time.
computer science.
Okay.
And I graduated very well with my upper second. So, But then, man, that stuff, if you ask me now, even me, I get guys to handle my laptop. Imagine with my trust. The shame. The shame of it. But that should, so destiny chose, basically. I keep telling people destiny chose you. The stuff you're doing now, a lot of people would want to do. But don't take it for granted. They probably can't. Like, haven't you seen guys, who's that chick who interviewed someone sometime back on TV? You don't remember? That chick who was interviewing Miss Uganda and started asking useless questions as if, so that should tell you. That should tell you that what seems easy to you, it's not necessarily, because for you it's destiny. It's like it's your thing. So same thing. I sat out, but somehow the stage kept calling out. The stage kept calling out. Like, you know, I'm like, okay, here I am. So I started out by answering, you know, all the questions that people were asking me. Did a few videos on that, and then I was like, okay, guys, please. This is not a page for criers and motivational speakers. So can we get back to business? We are on to the comedy, being on it. So this year, moving forward, you are the ones who are going to say, Cotilda, we are sorry. We are sorry. We asked
We're sorry for asking. Now let me ask, are we going to have a is it one girl show?
Just like
a one-man show.
Just like that.
Is it coming anytime and wait for it?
You see, you are trying to claim 1990, but the moment you came to addressing, you had to admit it's a girl.
It's a girl.
It's a girl.
Definitely, because Cotilda jury. So are we going to have a Cotilda one-woman show? I
believe in perfect timing. Because, man.
You don't want to rush it?
No, not necessarily just rushing it. It's like the best things, they take time. You know, you package it well, you plan for it. There's more than that in the picture for me. There's so much. I have so many things I do. I have Queens of Comedy, which I do. I mentor ladies in comedy. That I have so much to do with that. So there's so many projects that I do. I have Creative Stamp, which is just because I used to be Kansime's creative director. I did that for 5 years. I've always been passionate about writing. When I find people creating content, sometimes I forget you can get paid to do it. Like I get excited. I'm like, do you know what could become of that? So so Creative Stamp is another, it's my company. I write concepts, I develop concepts for people, I do all that. So I have a lot as Cotilda that I'm doing. So all of it will come together and just explode, and we will have that which everyone keeps asking for. When
Cotilda?
Don't worry.
Let them relax. Sit back, relax, just get eat your popcorn.
Get your chair. And then, what are they? Those 3D, whatever.
Those are glasses.
And wait. We have started.
Recently, you know, we always go for, as my star with Esa, we go for Alex Muhangi and all that. People, a certain group of people saying, when will Cotilda come for Alex Muhangi's show? Want to see her here? Has she refused to come or what? Because we don't see female comedians normally there. There are very few, but when is Cotilda going to grace this show? So many people have asked me, even Alex. Alex is my brother. He is my brother. Like he and I have real brotherhood history. Like I perfected my driving in Muhangi's car. Wow, in that Range Rover.
Wait, who told you? Was it a Range Rover? Which Range Rover? My friends. My brother and I know it wasn't a Range Rover by then.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. So My brother and I, we have real, like, Alex, I hold him dear.
Yeah,
but
big ups. He has really...
he's done his part and he continues to do so. But I always tell people that the work he's doing, it can go on whether or not Cotilda is on his platform. But Cotilda's work can't go on without Cotilda.
Of course.
So everyone who asks me, I say, right now, I'm focusing on building what is Cotilda because I have done so much for almost everyone.
Yes.
So now I'm like, let me take a moment and do some Cotilda business.
Cotilda biz.
Some Cotilda biz. Let me mind my business a little bit.
Talking about that business, Cotilda does some cooking, does some what? Tell us more. Where did that concept come from, your YouTube concept? My YouTube concept? Yeah, we see you in the kitchen normally doing certain clips. Washing dishes. My friend, who told you cooking? Washing dishes. And as we speak, people are beginning to wonder if I only own one glass in the house. People don't ask too many questions. No, like I told you, many times, actually, people usually say that it's a creative. I think I had Chloe Bailey or somebody talk about it as well when they were asking her about whether she's scared of heartbreak, what. She said sometimes it's, for creatives, sometimes it's as if a blessing, yet you don't want it to happen. It's almost like pain has a way. Always where there's a problem, solutions come, right? Like it sparks you, like you're like, I don't die here. Let me wash dishes and record. I want to die here. No. So no, basically, like when I'm always like by myself, I'm always thinking, what can we do? What can maybe let me just drink water and mind my business. Okay. So, but no. And so how did that concept come about? It just came from a moment of thinking, like everyone, like I said, stay in your lane. What you're good at, stay in your lane. So I act. I have done it. Now I have been turning down. God, they pay you people little money. I don't know. You are refusing to admit. No. How are you people pay your bills? I think it depends on the price tag of everyone. No wonder Patrick quarreled. Patrick is one of the biggest actors. We want more. We want more. He quarreled on your behalf. The truth is you are paid little. Okay. So yeah, there have been a bunch of things that come up. Like, come and do this, but I'm like, so how is the other guy? Me, I tell people nowadays, man, don't even be friends with people who pretend that money is not important. Money is important. Are you sure? Very. Even the Bible says money answers everything. It's not the source of all evil. It's no, the love of money. They don't say it well. Though people misquote it. It's the love of money is the root of evil. The love of. But now, if you don't love money, you shouldn't get it. You shouldn't want it. You need to have a good relationship with it. What type of relationship? It loves you, you love it back. You give it away, you have it. You give it away, you receive it. You're not there. You know what it means to, stay with all the money. You love it so much, you don't even want to let go even once. That's what causes evil. So, back to the business. Tell me, how did that concept come? You just did whatever you wanted, right? And you got it. I just kept like bouncing back and forth. I did some acting with a few friends, and I realized that people have seen all this sketch comedy, these clips, and they're kind of getting predictable. And then I said stand up. I already thought I can do stand up off stage and present it, but I realized also that stand up off stage it's quite tasking to do it every day and keep presenting it. Then I came to what other thing? What am I good at? I did radio some time back, and I can't talk. If you make a mistake of removing the clock, the sun will set when you're still and rise when we are still here yapping. You'll be the one to say, I'm sorry I invited you for my... has seen... Is someone ready to join BBC? So it was basically just saying, what is my niche? What am I good at? And how can I tweak it and tailor it to still bring... So it's almost like it's a marriage between sketch and stand-up. It's like satire in a way, like just bringing up the things that we all experience, but with a bit of humor, and also keeping it. Also, the attention span of people has become so short. Like, people have so much content. It is content overload that they give you like only
2 minutes. After 2 minutes, they're like, on to the next one.
The reason you need TikTok now, right?
So that is why now we also have to get creative. Like, how do we keep the content relevant, but without, you know, get straight to the point, do this. So it's bouncing back all the, like I've told you, that is now when the experience comes in, and you're like, legend, that's when it comes in. You download from all the books.
Well, I like it, still to the legend.
Wapi, you know that a few years down the road, this video will be airing and people will be, it will be on a big show that they are featuring you. And they're saying, Tony, he's been a legend in this. He has been a bit. Come on. You know, they ask even, I mean, just seen Dave Letterman being asked, how did you become Dave Letterman?
Are you kidding me?
You know, now you can't say David Letterman and nobody knows.
Of course.
I mean, a guy who can
Cotilda,
get Obama to leave his house,
to come for the show.
Just to come and sit with him and do a interview.
A guy who can bring Cotilda from her home to come and sit for the interview.
That is it.
That's what's up.
Status. It has to rub off on you.
Man.
It has to.
Just the positivity is just pushed, right?
Bit,
so you just push the cape to the next level.
To the next one.
So Cotilda, we're just going to go for a short break. When we come back, I'm going to ask you a few cheesy questions.
Okay.
That you will answer and the audience will get to know the other side of Cotilda, not this comedian and legendary, right? Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, that was our first segment with Cotilda. But people are asking, who is Cotilda? Does Cotilda stand for 3 names? We shall ask her after this break. See you right after the break. My name is Angel Tony Asa, Prince of the Sun, and this is Coffee City, that is hosting an amazing show with a very big legend. See you right after the break.
But you know, before I got married, people used to always ask me, Cotilda, when will you have a child? You're running out of time. Let me tell you why I didn't want to have a child. You see, having a child when you are broke is very different from having a child when you have money. See, when you are broke, that's why you hear these hospitals, these random hospitals, whenever you pass, people are making noise. For some reason. Because when you are broke, even the way you show up in hospital is different. You know some cousin of yours who just had a kid who's now 4 months, so you have like 3 onesies that have some measles on them, but they can still work. So everyone gives you something to support you in the process. So it is like the child can sense that things are hard. Those are the people you hear, they've been in labor for 17 hours. You see this, when you have some money, they go to hospital, they have a Gucci blanket, a Versace towel, they show up like they are shifting. There is a maid behind rolling 2 suitcases. She's just coming to give birth. And then the gentleman is there outside with flowers just waiting. But my friend, when you are broke, see, even those children, as soon as the mom, they just say push, 1, 2, the child comes out. Because every child, this is what I believe, every child makes a sneak peek. So the child is like, it's okay. But when you are broke, my friend, that's when the doctor, the midwife, they're saying push, even the child is like, The mother is pushing, the child is also, those are the children, they say the child is in the wrong position, inverted themselves. They are refusing to come out. The mother is pushing, push, the child is no. At some point, they even try to commit suicide. Don't you hear those things? They say that the child had the umbilical cord tied around the neck. It's not a coincidence. The child wants to stay. Thank you, that's my
time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Coffee City, that is hosting our amazing show. And this time we're hosting a legend in the comedy industry. She has traversed the country. She has traversed the world, moving the female legacy with stand-up comedy. Ladies and gentlemen, Cotilda.
Yeah, we're back.
Cotilda, don't you have a certain name like Akulo, Najana Nkumbi, Cotilda?
I have it.
Or I go Godfrey
but
Cotilda.
even if I mention it, you will still say, where did you get the name?
So what is it?
My second name is Inapo.
Inapo.
Inapo Cotilda.
Why did you sell Cotilda more than Inapo?
My friend, you just hear there too. You just hear there too. I don't know some people who allow you to ask questions. You are officially banned. Go into the naughty corner for the next 10 minutes.
No, by now I would say, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Inapo. It
See, with Cotilda,
it's not
sometimes
sweet,
people even ask me, is that your stage name? I'm like,
Is it your real name?
it is.
Wow.
A very Catholic, you know Catholics, eh? They used to have those
Cotilda,
names.
is there a Saint Cotilda?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah, some Spanish queen, those ends. You can, even
sure.
French. The French have it as Clotilde. You who are speaking French. Clotilde.
Okay.
Yeah. So Cotilda is
Okay.
very, yeah.
All right, Cotilda, in this segment, I'm going to ask you just simple fun questions, right? And you'll answer as fast as you can. Would you date a fan?
Hey, why not? Supposing the fan is fantastic.
Hey!
You might disorganize my destiny. The CEO of one of those Sainsbury's, those big New York might come and is a fan.
And
the
then
guy
you
has
say
1,000 stores. And I say, leave me alone. Yes, yes, fans. Yes, if you are fantastic, I will date you.
A fan should be fantastic. What if it's a normal fan who is not fantastic?
I'm
and
sorry.
He has his
I'm sorry.
But he has his money. But
It's not about money. Actually, that being said, I'm not the your money person. I'm the your mind person.
You prefer love more than money. If a guy loves without...
Rewind. I didn't say anything about love without money.
What if he has his love without money?
No. All things must go. Yes, I have to have my cake and eat it too.
So if a guy has his love without money, he should look somewhere
We
else.
work. First work. Take time and work. Even me, I work. If you still have that love some years down the road, we will talk. Yes, otherwise, ambition is important, man.
So the Kameza money must be there.
Man, we just know you have to also be
What's
working.
the secret behind Kameza money now?
I don't know about Kameza money. All I know is, give me your card.
I know.
Yeah, we move.
What do you do in your spare time, Cotilda? In your spare time?
I am very boring. I read books. Yeah, I love to read a good book. You started dozing. Yeah, I love to watch sometimes, and this is really going to betray me. I am that person who can binge on those funny Hallmark movies. You see? And then but this one is the real one that defines me. I love to dance. I really love to dance.
Yo,
yeah, like
which dance? Reggaeton, yeah.
Basawa.
Reggaeton.
Hey, you guy.
Which dance first? Which dance? Lingala.
Idiot. Anyway, any good music. As long as it's good music, I love.
Which type
of
music?
To dance.
Just give me the type.
I don't want to alienate some musicians.
Okay, what's your most useless talent?
Most useless?
Yes, your most useless. Apart from music, which you are dancing right now, which is your most useless talent? I say one night I would live without this talent.
Washing clothes.
Anange. You love it, but it's not professional.
It's not useful to me at all. It takes my time. Like, it's among the things I do, and actually, like, I can sit with a basin of clothes
and you wash them
with my mind, and I think while washing, but it's very useless because there are people who can do it.
You know, you can wash one cloth for $1,000
in future. You have brought a business idea. Wait, let us hone this legendary status properly. Yes. And then we will start.
It will be useful.
Get your cloth washed.
Tell me about it.
1K. Keep
1K.
This for future reference.
Not 1,000 shillings. $1,000.
Dollars.
Hey. What's your annoying habit?
Talking.
Like now, we keep laughing while you're talking. I don't know. How is it annoying?
Where I can talk. You just risk being in the same bed with me. Tony.
We talk.
Tony, do you know?
No sleeping.
Do you know? Hey, Tony, do you remember?
So in campus, your room is, I'm sure. Would they sleep even? Oh, you're in campus.
My
is
roommate
not
was also talkative. Actually, we are still friends. We're still friends. But that's also another thing about me. I talk a lot, but I'm very considerate. And I can read the room. So I have my roommate was my roommate from first year to date.
Okay.
Like we don't have that. So yeah, people always say that girl friendships are complicated, but I bless God that at least I can.
It is clear.
It is clear. I prefer.
You don't fight. You're not
and
going
the
to
talking. Aisha, we fight.
It's a must.
We fight.
You fight.
Yeah, we tell each other.
Sometimes even those days you'd remove and fight man to man.
Wigs must go
And you
off.
fight man to man.
Without a doubt. No Photoshop. These things are remove. Remove the earrings, remove everything. Tulumbe. Without collateral damage.
Okay.
Those things of pulling my earrings, I don't want.
So talking is one of you. It's your annoying habit.
Without a doubt.
That is an exciting one for us. What would you want to be remembered? What would you want remembered about you?
Impacting other people's lives. I would love to be remembered to have impacted. And but what do I mean? That's why I'm very passionate. I know I have a calling, especially towards young ladies. That's why it's not. I don't take it as a coincidence that I ended up in stand-up comedy, which is predominantly a male. A male industry. And also I ended up being the first recognized female stand-up comedian in Uganda. That is territory that I had to like literally cut through the grass and make a path. So I feel like I have so much knowledge to share in terms of self-esteem, in terms of dealing with, you know, all these thoughts that rise up in your head. I have a whole generation of ladies behind me waiting for me. So that's what I want to be remembered for. Impacting, giving love out there, because I have it in me. Why not? So that's what I want to be remembered for.
Big ups. What's the most weird thing a fan has done for you, not to you?
Thank you for editing that. Actually, you man, you are bright. Yeah, you have proven it.
I'm very bright.
Yes. The moment you changed for you.
Not to you.
Not to you. Actually, parental guidance was removed.
I may bring it back. Okay.
Let's not go there.
Okay, what has they done for you?
For you. The most weird. Four. I can't think of really weird. Most of the things have actually been like, they are, you'd say maybe just cheesy, maybe a bit, you know, so love, you know,
bring
weird,
you flowers and kneeling before
most
you,
of those weird
those
things,
nice things,
those things, like, there was this guy who used to bring things from the UK all the time, but we didn't even date, we did not date,
you had
he was just,
you're the ladies whom the guy takes you out, spends money.
There is no hard woman. There is no hard woman, actually. Nothing like that.
Us the guy who come from
no
UK.
hard woman. It is just her interest level, attraction degree. You see what is hard with Tony? Maybe very easy with Ben.
I go. Julio.
You know? So it is just an issue of attraction level. And also the relationship with the person. He was more like a fatherly figure. His kids were fans. So every time they would fly in, he was working, I think, with a oh God have mercy on me. They used to do, what's it, packaging.
Interest level was low and even you don't remember where he was working. Yes, he used to come from UK. Okay, let's say you used to work with UNICEF.
No. But anyway, that guy was he was quite a good fan. He brought a bunch of things, even a GoPro.
Hey, mama.
You'd
even go under the water with the GoPro.
But then another interesting scenario I had with fans was in school. Was actually in Abisunsa. I left the school without shoes. Without bling, I was like, kumbe, we are celebrities. Okay.
No wonder us in Mwiri, we never got Nabisunsa girls. We used to fear them. Would go without bingos. They can move your earrings. They would take our belts.
And shoes. They were like,
okay. And finally, Cotilda, if you had to write a book about yourself, about your life, you're right, I know this is easy. What would the title be?
This I can't even give away, even if you paid me.
Hey.
I already have books in the writing. Why would I tell you what the title will be?
About your life, just give us now one for the camera. What would it be, or what will it be?
That's why I can't say, because then you know the process of creativity as you go along. It starts as one thing and then it ends another. Yeah, but maybe I can give you the content. Yeah, some of the content would definitely be like there's so many things and it can't all be packaged in one book. If I package it in one book, that book would be so bulky. Maybe it would be, but
like
one of the
pages.
One of the things that I would definitely share would be the industry, like the ins and outs of this industry, this business. What you know, how can you work your way through it? I mean, there's so much. Like I said, so much to give. Okay. But then also there is Cotilda becoming this Cotilda you see today. Is not the young girl who stepped on stage with shaking knees.
But she has made a young girl in physical look. This is what happens, by the way.
It's a gift. Actually, it's a
because
gift.
10 years ago, you're the same like now.
Exactly. We were at Miri League, your thing.
Yes.
That Chana, the one who came and said, my friend. And I was like, yes. You know, please forgive us when we forget. Banange, we are human. We forget. But she said, man, why aren't you growing? For me, I'm here fighting with you.
I mean, you don't grow old, you don't grow fat or small. You're the same.
The same.
What's the magical charm?
It's a gift.
It's a gift.
Because they say, everyone, God gave you exactly what you need for your calling. So God knew, I need this to maintain in the entertainment industry.
And he gave it
if
to
I
you.
just wake up tomorrow, look differently, people will be like, get out of
Get
the
out
industry.
of
It's
here.
like J-Lo.
Yeah.
J-Lo is my babe. That's my.
She's your role model.
That's my.
In terms of looks.
That's her.
Yeah.
Like J-Lo, I'm sure she looks hotter than some people's 20-year-old Chana. So
Sasira is feeling bad. She thought she was your role model.
No.
Okay.
I can't even lie.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
J-Lo is my. I look at her.
She's your G.
Yeah, she's my G. I was even just watching her Netflix documentary, and I'm like, yes, girl.
That's my girl.
Yes.
You humbled yourself and said, let me watch.
Only humbled. I almost knelt so that she sees that. You know.
I'm here, even touch the screen. I'm here watching you.
And some people are going to be like, no, you got to respect people's hustles. When
true.
somebody manages to maintain, I mean, she's a crossover, she's a musician, she's an actor, everything. And she has maintained her appearance and she has...
It's not easy.
It's not easy to do. So me, I respect people's hustle. When I see a hustle and I'm like, that's a hustle. I'm like, I'm going to sit at your feet, Tony, and you tell me some secrets.
Tell me everything.
Yeah. So,
okay. Yeah. So, Cotilda, we've come to the end of our show.
Imagine.
But I'm going to tell you, I would request you to just look at the camera and use 1 minute to your camera.
Which one? This one right here. And use 1 minute.
1 minute to give just closing remarks and whatever you want. And yeah, and tell them to subscribe after to our channel. Then we close the show.
How about we start by asking them all that you've seen? You've not yet subscribed. Really. At this point, I don't even have to repeat it. But hey, whatever it is that you're watching for, you know, everyone tunes in hoping to get something. Maybe you're watching hoping to get entertained. You're watching hoping to find out, are they like us? Do they go through the same hassles? Whatever it is you're watching for, just know. We are no better than you. Other than that, we have found our purpose, our calling, or our place of position, like what we are meant to be doing. So my hope for you is that you find what you're meant to do, so you shine in it. So probably you're there watching and you're like, Mama, if I can be like Cotilda. No, just be like the best accountant that Uganda has ever seen. Why Uganda, actually? That the world has ever seen. That's all you need to do. Just find you and be the best you. That's all I can say. And don't forget to subscribe. I've brought it back because you have insisted on not subscribing even after.
We need to crop that out.
That was.
Ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to My Star with Asa.
So, ladies and gentlemen, after enjoying like this, surely subscribe to My Star with Asa.
Wanange, you passed exams in schools, Wanange.
Last minute reading. That was me. Last minute reading.
Yeah. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this has been your show with your legendary persona person. Cotilda. Ladies and gentlemen, now that Cotilda is closed, I have no powers. I have no guts to continue this show because Kubanga, she has said it all. And she has seen me, I'm always here. But you have brought the person to honor the show. Let me close. My name is Angel Tony. It's a praise of the sun. Ciao, adios, I'm done. Peace out.